Irish parent. You don't know shit. Don't know shit. I'm not saying that and then some fucking moron, some complete moron goes, oh, you had it harder than everyone else. No, I'm not the only person who had a black parent. You fucking, how stupid you have to be to think I'm the only person who had a black parent. There's a nation, there's many nations, there's continents. Half the fucking world probably had a black parent, you dumbass. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, my dad was Irish. Your dad obviously raised a cunt, because you're a cunt. So your dad was probably a cunt. So you don't know what I'm talking about. Fucking thick as fuck. Black parents are different level beatdowns. I had a friend who carried a 6-inch scar on his face. I said, how'd you get that scar? He goes, I pissed my mum off. That's how it used to go. My aunt, like, I know, see, I'm not like a black guy saying this. I'm mixed race. I'm half of my family, my dad's side, were all black. And then half of my family, my mom's side, were all white, Irish, in fact. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. When my black aunt got pissed off, everyone got a beat down. Me, my cousins, any kid in the vicinity, random children.
What would they get pissed off about?
Shit. Why is this room a mess? You see, white parents would be like, why is this room a mess? And then they'll sit and talk about it. Well, Timmy, if you don't clean up, Timmy, you don't get sweets. They'll try to do some kind of business deal with a child. How the fuck can you do a business deal with a kid? Like, I barely sit down and do a business deal with another person. If I'm gonna sit down with a man and do a business deal, we'll come to an agreement. I can sit there with a 4-year-old and go, well, if you do what you're supposed to do, I'll reward you. Since when you brought this kid into the world, you're the only reason this kid doesn't starve to death, and now you have to do a little fucking business deal for it to do as it's told? What the fuck is that about? That's white parenting bullshit. My aunt would walk in and say, why is this room a mess? Before anyone had a chance to explain why it wasn't their fault, everyone got a whooping. Children screaming, running around the house, half naked, covered in mud. It was like fucking Syria. That's how it went when the room was a mess. No discussions, no why, no who did it, just straight beat downs. Everyone's like, oh, I had an Irish parent. Your Irish parent's a dick because you're a dick. You don't know what I'm talking about. The brothers out there know. The brothers out there know what it was like when a black parent got pissed off. Shit would go flying. They're the best aim you've ever seen with an ashtray. Like fucking snipers. They should send them to fucking Iraq to take out terrorists. Give them an ashtray and piss them off. 4 fucking miles. Bang. Clean the head. They don't know. They think they know. And I write that status, and the first thing they do is start writing under it, proving they don't know shit. You don't know shit unless you had a black parent. When you're a black parent, you realize what a beat down is.
And the real use for an ashtray.
And the real use for an ashtray is disciplining children. If I see one more fucking stupid ass white parent do a business deal with their fucking retard child because their kid doesn't listen, and then you wonder why we got these things like ADHD and all this bollocks going around, like kids don't listen anymore, he's got this condition, he's got that condition. The only condition he has is a lack of fucking discipline. That's his condition, ADHD. Of course he doesn't want to pay, what's it called, attention deficit disorder. He doesn't want to pay attention in school. Of course not, because school's boring. No one wants to pay attention in school. You just do it because you have to. If you raise a little kid who tells him he never has to do as he's told because you're so busy doing business deals, he's sitting there in school thinking, what do I get out of the end of this? Where's the business deal? Where's the sweets at the end? Nah, fuck this. I don't want to listen. Then he's got a condition. On the condition he has, he's never had his ass kicked. Would he go up to fire and put his hand in fire? No, because he knows it's going to burn him. So if he misbehaves and he knows he's going to get a beat down, he ain't going to have a beat down. I'll cure attention deficit disorder for any child. Watch me. Watch me cure it with old school violence. I'm not saying you have to fucking abuse your children. Obviously there's a difference between discipline and abuse. I'm not condoning child abuse. What I'm saying is if a kid's going to be a little prick, he needs a beat down. And since the dawn of human history, since the beginning of time, children have been hit when they fucked up. Since the dawn of time, and then the last 20 years, we want to come along and go, you can't smack kids. It's bad for their development, it's wrong. If it was so wrong, how come humans are here? Because we managed to last 250,000 years hitting kids who acted stupid. And now all of a sudden, the last 20 years, a bunch of leftist hippies want to come along and say it's not right. How could it not be right? If it wasn't right, it would have been extinct a long time ago. Obviously it's right. You're just a pussy and you're afraid to discipline your child. When my child turns around and says he has ADHD, I will beat ADHD out of him within 10 solid minutes and he will sit down in school and do as he's fucking told. He does not need medication. He does not need a psychiatrist. He needs a beat down. Simple. Simple fucking shit. If I tried to tell my dad I had ADHD, Jesus. I can't even put it into words how quickly I would have been cured. I would have been cured at the fear of being cured. That's how I would have been cured. He would have looked to me like, you're about to be cured, and I would have been cured. End of fucking conversation. ADHD. Fuck you. I watched something on TV with some kid who had OCD. obsessive compulsive disorder, and he had to walk down the stairs in a certain order. And if he didn't walk down a certain order, he'd become panicky and have anxiety attacks. And his two parents, who were white, may I add, are sitting there saying, poor Timmy, Timmy didn't walk down the stairs right. And they're unlocking the door to go back inside from the car because Timmy was upset he didn't walk down the stairs right. When's the last time you've seen a kid in Africa who has to walk 5 miles for water, turning around and doing the walk twice because he missed a step? It doesn't happen because it ain't real. It's not real. They've just pandered to Timmy and made him a dickhead because they're afraid of disciplining him. When my kid cries because he doesn't like the way he goes down the stairs, he will be thrown down the fucking stairs. Fuck him, and I'll cure him instantly. ADHD ain't real. Black parents have it going on. You're not gonna see no black kid with ADHD. It ain't real. No, it's always some white privileged motherfucker because they don't know how to raise their children properly. That's exactly what's wrong with the entire world. Because people don't understand, especially for a male. I can't say about a girl or a daughter as much because I'm not a girl, but I can tell you for a man, respect and fear are very closely linked. Very closely linked at a primal level. Fear and respect are linked. So when you raise a son and he never knows fear, he never gets hit, he never has a beat down, he never feels helpless, he never feels afraid, he doesn't know the difference between a boy and a man. I knew the difference between a boy and a man. I knew fear. I knew fear like people never feel because I had my ass kicked. When you raise a son, he's never ever had that. Of course he has no respect for anybody. You wonder why he's on the street at 14 thinking he's the hardest thing on earth because no one's ever kicked his ass. No one's ever kicked his ass. And you wonder why he's walking around thinking he's Iron Mike. Whoop his ass once. Watch him think, Ross, I better not fuck with people bigger. Oh, Ross, shit, I better not mess with adults. Oh, then when a policeman comes up, we'll have some respect. No one has any respect anymore because kids are raised stupid. And crime rates are going up. Kids are out their fucking minds. And everyone's sitting there going, no, this is how we need to raise them now. Can't smack your child. You smack your child even once, even lightly, you're a child abuser and you're gonna go to jail. So what? All the times kids got hit throughout the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s was wrong when society was still held together. Now society's lost its damn mind and you're saying this is the correct way to do things. Absolute bullshit. Complete bullshit. Fucking crazy, man. I know I don't look that dark, but I got the brother within me. My son is getting a beat down. When he fucks up, he's gonna know. My dad would be away at a chess tournament for 7 days. I'd fuck up, my mom would tell my dad, and my dad on the phone would say, see you in 7 days, son. And that was 7 days without sleep. I swear to God, I must have been the most awake child on earth. I did not sleep for weeks at a time. I'd be spending a week saying to my mom, can you tell Dad I've been good? Can you tell Dad I've been good? Please tell him I've been good. Please, Mom, talk him out of it. Talk him out of it. 1 week of cleaning the house, doing chores, Dad came home, beat down happened anyway. And no matter how many times I thought, but you know what? I was so afraid to beat that. I didn't sit and think, next time that happened, I didn't think, well, I'm not going to clean up. I'm not going to behave for the week. I was so afraid of the beat down, even though being good for a week never once worked. Clean the dishes, clean the house. It never once worked. I'd try again and again and again as some desperate attempt to prevent the beat down, which was unpreventable. The unavoidable beat down. Unavoidable. And that's how it needs to be. Kids have no fucking discipline. And people say, oh, I had a Scottish dad. Your dad's a dick. You're broke. I can see on your Facebook. Your car's shit. You're going nowhere in life. You're like 40, still getting the bus. You want to tell me that your dad raised you right? Obviously not. Chatting shit. People have no idea unless they had a black parent. In fact, black parents are so good at raising their children. I think they're almost too good. My theory as to why you see, like, I know black guys who legit will fight 10 police officers but are afraid of their mom. Legit. And I think sometimes they're so good at raising their kids that that's the only person on earth left they fear. Like with their mom with a slipper, they're like, shit. Anyone else, they're like, you can't do to me what happened to me when I was a kid. What, you think you're a fucking special force? Bring it. They don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, man. People don't know. People don't know about it unless you went through it. And people get, when I tell people this story, they get confused and say, oh, you're abused as a child. I was not 1% abused. I would not go back and change a single thing about the way I was raised, because the way I was raised what made me better than everybody. So thank the Lord I was raised the way I was raised. Thank the Lord I understood the difference between fucking up and not fucking up. It's not about being abused. It's about reward. You get rewarded when you do well, you get punished when you do bad. I was not 1% abused in any regard. And if some fucking hippie wants to come to my house and say, oh, his dad is abusing his children because he hits me with a belt when I fuck up, no. And if my child wants to get taken off me because he gets a beat down, go then. Go to a foster parent, run around like a fool, do timeout sections, and just grow up to be a cunt. I don't give a fuck what society says. My kid, if he fucks up, is getting beat down. It's the only way he's going to be raised. I'd rather not raise him than have him raised the way that all these children are raised nowadays.
planning on having any kids soon?
Boys only. Boys. 3 boys. The next generation of Tates. Take over the world. Everybody know. 3 boys. They're all gonna get their asses kicked.
I think we should fear the Tate over.
Fear the Tate over. It's coming.